What's going on, guys? This is True Reef and the Jabor 200-gallon bill. To get you started, we're going to go in this first door. Of course, I'm running this 200-gallon on Reef Synergy Overflow, Reef Synergy Shadow Overflow, and it uses an inch and a half of piping all the way down. You can go, I think, to 1 inch, they said, but yeah, of course, that'll be up to you, or inch and a quarter, or however that works. But that'll be up to you, like I said. But anyway, it drops down in there. This is my main tube. Of course, that one isn't. I may still need to balance those out. I'll get to that, but as of now, I'm just letting it flow. Now, it does flow over that weir. It has teeth in it. That Doppel, it has teeth in it. I see. But anyway, the Jabor, this is 2500. I'm using to run the Jabor UV sterilizer. It isn't on at the moment. Water is running through it, but the sterilizer itself isn't on, and that's because that water is holding in there pretty decent. There's water inside of there, but I did not. That was already on. I did not thread tape that. But anyway, the light isn't on because of course I got to let the bacteria populate and everything, and I just put stability in yesterday. So with that being said, like I said, the Jabor 2500 pumps it up through the UV sterilizer, 3600 watt. I mean, I said 3600, 36 watts UV sterilizer. And as you can see, if you can't hear much of anything, but I'll fire this up. And like I was saying about that, you see how that water it just barely flows over there. Most of it is coming through this, which is the UV sterilizer. So more than, I would say, 85 to 90% of my water that's coming down out of the main display is going through the UV sterilizer, which is a great thing to me. So, and it's only it's rated for, that 2500 is rated for 660 gallons max. I have it at its lowest setting, so maybe like 300 going through there top. Could have did 145, but I felt like it would have been too small to do all these turns and whatever. And I know I lose gallons an hour or whatever with those turns, so I chose to go with that. Plus it's the Jabor. So with that being said, went with the Coral Box D700 Plus, and the Plus is wrong. I think that's the only thing you get with the Plus. It does amazing. As you can see, this has been on the tank literally about 24 hours at the moment. Literally 24 hours, and I've already let it do its little run through. It skimmed out to about here. I emptied it out, skimmed back up, emptied it back out, skimmed it up, and now this is where it is now. My UV sterilizer outlet is right in front of the, well, pretty much in the skimmer section. And the skimmer is pretty decent. Definitely well built, I think, and it works, man. That's all I care about. It works. And of course, I had the CAD-like 3rd generation skimmer, and it works as well. It works just as good, but of course, it couldn't do nothing with this beast of a tank. So anyway, on to the next compartment. We have the Jabor 8000. Have a Jabor 8000, and it goes up in this T here, so it comes up, and it goes, it could go here, which is closed off at the moment. That would be feeding my reactor, which one is a marine solution. Of course, the board don't make reactors at the moment, and of course, the reason why I went with the Coral Box skimmer, by the way, is because it's ran off of a Jabor pump. So like I said, trying to do everything Jabor on this tank if I can. With that being said, that's the DIY LED kit. it's pretty much, you know what, I'm going too far. But anyway, here we are in the pumping. This has a little drip, but it's dripping in the tank, as you can see. So I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm pretty sure it probably clog itself up after a while. All I need to do is probably twist it more, but I'm not gonna deal with it. But anyway, like I said, these are for the reactors. I also installed these ball valves, and they work, they do their part, and I love it. Now the other one goes back here, and this actually is what actually feeds the diffuser. This is here right now, and if I would have thought about it, I would have ran that to the diffusion, but I wanted more flow, and not only more flow, but I wanted it to reach down to the bottom and pass the water line. So it's definitely down further. And of course my heater is in this section. I guess it's because that's the biggest, holds the most water. I was going to put it in the skimmer section, but it holds the most water, so I feel like the more water warmed up, the better. As you can see, the condensation off of that. That is my Miracle Mud tray that I made. And it's not nearly going to hold nearly as much as I probably would need for this tank, but it will hold it enough. So next, like I said, this is the diffusion. This is the little light that I put together. Now these 3 strips were actually running on my 75 gallon and my 54 gallon. If you want to go check those videos out, I love that 54 gallon. It did amazing for me. So did 75 gallon, but nothing like the 54. But anyway, so this is a current USA blue, all blue. You have a 2 stunner strips. One is magenta and blue, and the other is like 6K and blue. And the blues are, I think, like 460 in there. But anyway, that's pretty much the sump right here in this section. I might add another little possibly power head down there, but at the moment, this is what I'm dealing with. Sorry for the glare, but it is nighttime. This is guys the whole tank. So this is basically my bedroom. So coming out of my bedroom, this is the thing. This is my view. And like I said, you can't hear anything. This little 20 gallon here, literally, of course, that's all jacked up, but it makes more noise than the 200. And this is my cord, my Nest cord. Of course, I have to do get all those put up and get them worked out, which I will. Just like I said, I just set this tank up like Sunday, as far as adding water. So haven't really had a chance to get to that part of it yet. But anyway, like I said, this is True Reef. This is the update on the 200 gallon. Oh, I guess let me gonna run through the lights for you guys. Again, this is I got 4 T5s, 2 Jabor AL150s. The other will go right there where the screw is, and a metal highlight with a 14 Phoenix K bulb in it. I want to see what it'll do. If you can see this here, it's glass, and it's like 3 layers of it in order, of course, to hold the bracing. So with that being said, I had to I used the metal highlight, hopefully that it penetrates, and it did beautiful when it penetrated through. So we'll see how that works when it comes to my heat and keeping the heat and my electricity bill. If it's not that much, I'm gonna let it roll, dude. I'm gonna stick it out. And I also have the Jabor dosing pump, which is currently not, of course, not set up yet. I don't need to be dosing anything at the moment. Maybe I should have it up under the stand and ready, but I do have a plug open for it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. That being said, this is True Reef, and this is the update on the Jabor 200 gallon reef tank.